Expand your mind and enrich your world. It's time for another outstanding podcast from ICRT.
Hashtag Fitspiration. Fitness inspiration. The popular social craze of sharing your fitness goals and progress with friends, family, and even strangers. That's used for motivation and accountability. From almost 300 pounds to now a half marathon runner who's training for a full marathon, it seems like nothing is impossible for her. Today we have Cynthia Wang talking to us about her fitness journey, of all the challenges she's overcome and how she strives to be the best version of herself. Thank you, Cynthia, for coming into the studio today.
Thank you for having me here.
So tell me about your first big race that you ran or some kind of fitness competition that you went to.
The first big race, it should be like 2 years ago when I first joined my first marathon, but that wasn't really a marathon. It was just like 12.5 kilometers.
Still a long run.
Yeah, because like 5 years ago, I was barely enough to finish a 800 meters run, so 12 kilometer was a very long run for me. And then after that, I joined the half marathon, which is like 21 kilometers. And then this year, I joined like another 21 kilometers.
How do you feel when you finish a race?
I feel like I am able to do a lot of things, that I'm capable of finishing a goal. I'm capable of doing anything because before I was feeling like really depressed when I was almost like 300 pounds. And when I finish a run, then I feel like I'm really myself. Because in Taiwan, there are certain like stereotypes to girls that's in bigger size. So usually people will think that I'm lazy or I'm not capable of doing anything. But after finishing those races, I know that I can do it.
What was the trigger that made you want to change your lifestyle?
I think it's because at that time, when I hit almost 300 pounds, that I feel like my life is going to end. And I told myself that if I'm not going to change, I might die here at the age of 18, which is the most beautiful time of your life. And so I wasn't sure that I'm going to success at that time, but I wanted to give myself a chance to do it. And the trigger, I think, is that I want to prove myself to everyone that I can do something that I really want to do.
Because now you're sort of really into the fitness community in Taiwan, do you feel like the fitness community in Taiwan is growing, particularly for women?
I think the answer is yes and no. Because like the fitness community is growing, that's true. You can see more women running in the park or in the gym. And also the advertisements now is mainly focused on women. A lot of times, like Nike, for example, they have the woman fitness community and every so often, and they held the marathon running for especially only for women once a year. So I think that the community is growing. But for the no part is because a lot of girls, they only consider fitness community like working out as a trend. They only want to be like fashionable. They think that, oh, I go to the gym, I'm very fit, but they don't really know that what is working out, and they don't know the knowledge of being to do a good exercise. They just want to catch the trend.
So they just show up in their cute gym clothes.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
and take a selfie.
Yeah.
And post on Facebook.
That's so interesting. Why do you think there's that trend of women just, wearing cute yoga clothes or the brightest running shoes, but not really working? Like, where did this trend come from?
I think it's because...
Do you think it's because of social media?
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you that social media plays a big role in it, because a lot of like celebrities in other countries, they are doing a lot of fitness things, and they put selfies too on Instagram or something like that. And so girls think that maybe this can be a fashion thing.
Well, also on social media, posting these like fitness selfies, do you think it gives positive support?
I think you only receive positive support if you already look good. If you are still like in the process of getting fit, which means that you are not in the right shape considered to most of the people, then they will not really give you that positive support, especially if they are strangers. But if you're already in a very good shape, that you're beautiful, then everyone will say, wow, you look so good. So I think the answer is also yes and no, because like for myself, before, when I was not really not fit enough before, and I was on the social media, and I received very mean, like they say like, oh, you're now thinner than before, but you're still looking like a pig, something like that. They still write it in because it's internet, so you cannot control people over this. And for the positive part, yes, I receive a lot because I posted about my transformation. I receive a lot of positive support. And the good thing is that more people wanted to try this because they were encouraged by me. So I think that's the most positive part that I've done.
Because you lived here all your life. Tell me about the standard of beauty that women are held up to here.
The standard of beauty in most of Asia is that you have to be very thin. For example, if you are 165 centimeter, you can't be over 55 kilograms. If you are over 55, then people will think, okay, you are fat. They only look at the numbers on the scales. That's the problem, that I think, because you have to consider a lot of things like body fat or BMI, something like that. But in Taiwan, we usually just look at the numbers. So that's the problems come from.
Do you think most Taiwanese women grew up with an image of a strong woman who exercises, or do you think they grew up with like a very, I think the magic number is 42 kg.
Yeah.
Regardless of you're like 5'1", 5'7", 6 foot, everyone has to be 42 kg.
Because of the traditional culture, they think that women should stay at home and don't go out too much, don't be too strong, because the strong things should leave to the men. So usually women, they stay as small as they can. We are taught to be small. We don't need to be strong. So like Taiwanese girls, they always think muscle is a very bad thing.
Yes.
And it's a very strange thing for me, because we love muscles, because muscle give you power. And also, if you have enough muscle, you can eat as much as you want. That's the very good part.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to like being fit but not able to eat anything. Once you have enough muscle, you can eat all of them without fearing to gain weight. Mm-hmm. So it's very important. But most of the girls now, so far in Taiwan, still think that working out will lead to being like a King Kong. Mm-hmm. The image we've taught is not the only way that we have to think about ourselves. We have to be strong and soft and balanced all the time.
What has been the most difficult part of this whole journey?
I think it's about the emotional. It's about how I feel myself. I lost almost half of my body parts. There are a lot of loose skins on my body. It's very hard for me to accept that although I lost a lot of weight, but I still got this really bad outside appearance on me. In the beginning, I really wanted to do that skin surgery, but when I was in Nepal, I went to a hospital, and when a doctor looked at me and he saw my stomach with that loose skin, and I told him about this journey, and then he just answered me that you don't need a surgery on your skin, but you need a surgery on your heart. And I think that, yes, if I accept this, I accept that this is what I've done, then maybe I will not concern about it as a very ugly thing anymore. So I think that's the difficult part for me in the beginning, to accept that there are certain things that I cannot change, even if I work very hard. But then now I accept that because that's part of me too.
Do you think there is a role model in the media scene right now in Taiwan? that shows this?
I think the role model is usually the celebrities.
Yes.
And because a lot of people, they still have the impression like many years ago, a lot of celebrities go on diets. They don't eat anything. They put every of their food in the water, wash them, then eat it without any oils. So a lot of people still get that impression.
How has your fitness journey changed you as a person?
A lot of time in life, you cannot control everything, but exercise is something that you can control. And when you achieve your goal, you will feel very like a big accomplishment. You will feel really good about yourself, and even more, you will be confident to do a lot of things in your life, like your job and dealing with your friends over a lot of things.
It's really about your entire life.
Yeah.
It changes every aspect of your life.
That's true.
Are you comfortable telling us how much you've lost?
In the beginning, I was 133 kilograms, and now I'm around 65, so I lost almost 68 kilograms.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and it was a long process that you had to learn from not liking exercise to really liking and keeping up with it every day.
Yes, yes.
So what's your favorite form of exercise?
I think the best part is I put exercise in my life. I don't need particularly to go to the gym. Like I bike every day from my office to my home, which took around 45 minutes, and it's a long way, but I enjoyed it.
What are some of your future goals?
I want to accomplish the 5 biggest marathon in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, like in New York, in London, in Paris, or in Middle East capitals.
What message do you hope your story can pass on?
I hope my stories can pass on for most of the girls who wants to transform, that you are able to do a lot of things, and you have to love yourself first. You have to know that you are good enough even if you don't transform to what you want to be.
What is your advice for people who are looking to start on their own fitness journey?
To start is have your success. And my advice is that everyone have their own steps, so you don't need to look to others and think, wow, they have done such a great thing, and maybe it will take me a lot of time and I will not success. You don't need to compare yourself to others. You just believe in yourself and don't rush. You have to think for a long term, not only for today or tomorrow, not just look at the numbers on the scale. You have to think for a lifetime.
We were speaking with Cynthia Wang, who on her fitness journey has lost an astounding 68 kilograms to become the best version of herself. Stronger, faster, and better. Get it, girl. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Amy Chan.